So, the big idea of this teaching is that we're created to walk in healthy relationships with each other. While we may have never experienced healthy relationships, both in our families or our personal lives, as believers, we have the opportunity and the capacity to experience health as we embrace biblical principles related to relationships. See, our ultimate goal as people is to walk in love in all of our relationships. And the truth is, God continues to work on this in us and help us understand what it even means. Love is the perfect balance between grace and truth. And so as we grow in our understanding of perfect love, we will grow in healthy relationships in our lives. Now let's talk about priority. Not all relationships are created equal. We cannot give the same amount of time and focus and energy to each of our relationships. And so it's important to set priorities because they help establish the boundaries we need in our life to keep us healthy and to help those that we love. Here's a biblical view of the priorities when it comes to relationships. Obviously, our first priority is God. This is not serving in the church. This is our one-on-one relationship with God. Our relationship with Him always comes first in our life. Our second priority is our marriage relationship. If you're married, your marriage is your primary relationship. It comes before any other priority in your life. Your third priority are your kids. And if you have kids, they are your next priority. They come after your marriage relationship. Your next priority are your parents. If your parents are alive, we are called to honor our parents for as long as they are alive. And then it's really up to us to decide the order of importance in the friendships we have outside of these priorities. You might have an inner circle of close friends, concentric outer circles of acquaintances around you, and these friendships may or may not include your extended family. Now let's talk about each of these relationships on their own. Marriage. We are designed by God right from Genesis chapter 2 to experience healthy, exclusive, lifelong marriage relationships. And it's a partnership that's intended not only for friendship and for purpose and procreation, but God designed us for close relationship in marriage as a symbol of His relationship with us. See, God designed men to lay down their life serving their wives willingly and lovingly. And God created women to also lay down their life in service to their husband. The ideal only works in a co-voluntary, non-demanded, serve first approach. We read in Colossians chapter 3, verse 18 and 19, "Wives, submit to your husbands as is fitting for those who belong to the Lord. Husbands, love your wives and never treat them harshly." Obviously, our world is full of brokenness and full of sticky, challenging situations. But if we understand what God's ideal is, we can work towards that in our own life. When it comes to relationships, we are created for monogamous sexual experience in the context of heterosexual marriage. We will experience brokenness in what is called in the Bible immorality in any activity outside of this. This might challenge your view of sexuality, but I want to encourage you to read the passages found in the notes below. 1 Corinthians 7 verse 4 says, "The wife gives authority over her body to her husband, and the husband gives authority over his body to his wife." In a world that is highly sexualized, we need to learn what God's word says when it comes to our sexuality. The next relationship that we need to talk about is our children. As people with children, our primary role is to help our kids become healthy, self-sustaining adults who are fully devoted to Jesus. And children's responsibility is to obey their parents as they are nurtured. Ephesians 6 verse 1 says, "Children, obey your parents because you belong to the Lord, for this is the right thing to do." And then it says, "Fathers, don't exasperate your children." This idea that in a relationship of parent to child, the role of children is to learn and to obey, and the role of parents is to nurture and to help teach and train their children to follow Jesus and grow as healthy, sustaining adults. The next type of a relationship we'll talk about is friendships. Listen, we can have good friendships in our lives as we're friendly, as we're discerning of good friends, as we're intentionally reaching out and making friends in our life, as we establish healthy boundaries, as we build trust over time. Good friendships take a long time to grow, and not everyone is going to be a close friend. Friendship is a topic that is important for us to grow in our understanding of God's word, how we can grow in our relationships with others. Ecclesiastes is very clear in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9 to 10. Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble. We need friendships in our life, and growing to understand how to have healthy, God-fearing relationships is so important. The other relationship we need to work on is learning to be healthy employees and employers. God's word is full of advice when it comes to being diligent, hardworking, faithful employees who do our best. It also talks about being employers who don't take advantage of those who work for us when we offer them pay that is reasonable and we treat them with respect. We live in a world that challenges the biblical view of healthy relationships. And it is so important to grow in our understanding of what it means to be healthy in all of our relationships. The biblical model might even contradict what we might have personally believed up to this point and what we've experienced. My encouragement to you is that despite the pain or the bad experiences that you've had in past relationships, that you would experience a brand new future as you walk with Jesus and as you learn what His Word teaches about the relationships you have in your life.